This video is for educational purposes only. Options Geek LLC is not a broker-dealer. Options Geek LLC and Felix Fry are not registered investment advisors. Options involve substantial risk and are not suitable for everyone. Please consult your own investment advisor before doing any trading. Make sure you read the full disclaimer at the end of this episode. All right, today's trade alert is on Palantir. Earnings last night. Let's take a look. Okay, again, we start at the homepage, and today I know earnings were out last night, and I'm just going to go to Palantir directly today because I want to see if there's anything interesting going on there. Now, at first look, I'm taking a look at most active, and then I'll go to the top individual trades. Earnings were out last night. Stock was up after hours. It's now down. So a little reversal there. If I look at the expirations that are trading, it's August 11th, which is the weeklies. Not so interesting to me because there's too much noise, right? There's too much noise in all these options trading back and forth, in and out, day trading. We're trying to look for positional trades, okay? And I didn't see anything here, and I just clicked this, and this popped up, the November 16 puts. And I thought that was interesting because there's 11,000 of these, 11,000 November 16 puts traded. The other interesting part was I didn't actually see it here, right? So I'm looking for this 11,000 here, and I'm wondering, where is it? So I click on this volume. So when we're looking at the individual flow, we see this cluster of trades right here. It looks like that's when he came in for puts, and you can see here, these are 1015, 432, 1016, 448. He's 208, 210, 209, 210. You know, trading some of the offer at the start, and that's kind of what I look at to begin with. So I suspect he's buying these. Okay. Now, this indicates here that there's spreads. Okay. I looked across all the different strikes to see if I can find any spreads going on at this level. I could not. And so this makes me think he was buying some puts, and I suspect he was buying stock. So buying puts outright and buying stock to cover a short heading into the earnings. So it looks like he would have made some money into the earnings, or maybe he was short going up into this 20 range, and now he's just buying back some of that short in and leaving the $2 put. So he's made probably a couple of bucks here, and now he's throwing that $2 into the November 16 puts, basically managing his risk reward on the short side. So that's what it looks like to me. So now the 16 puts, let's take a look at the 16 puts to kind of understand what he's buying here. The 16 puts are right here. It's clearly an opening trade because it's greater than what exists there. And the RR dollar is 12.14. So he's got to be thinking below 12.14. Paying $2 for the 16 puts, break even is 14 bucks approximately. So he's got to be thinking below, let's call it 12. And we could stick in, let's say 11 in there. 11, 12 is too much, so 11 and a half. So let's call it around 11 and a half to 11 with a lower confidence. Yeah, 11 and a half, 11 to 11 and a half is his target stock price, or he has to be thinking that to enter this trade. But again, he's taking some profits likely on a short stock position and now getting into this. So if we go to Palantir, again, I'm always starting with the weeklies, and I have this story developing here. Obviously, there was a big run up before. This area right here, I think you can see it. Let's call it, I'm looking at basically, this right here, and then this low right here where there was support. So here at first, and then here, and I'm just going to extend that all the way over. Okay, it has some history. And we actually see the exact, almost to the penny here, the exact resistance here and the exact resistance there. So this is going to be a big area of resistance simply because we have all these people here who are, let's just call it stuck. I mean, they bought stock here, probably didn't sell. Maybe there's some selling over here, maybe, but nothing like the buying that was done here. So, like we saw Neil the other day, they didn't really get out. In fact, probably people got in some more over here as the stock spiked. Look, this is a big jump in volume. So we have all these people here in red who psychologically, technical analysis will tell you, will want to get out after they get back their money. So they took some big losses, looked like it was game over, and the stock has rallied right back to almost where they're entered in, and so they got to let some go. That's causing some resistance here and some a moment of pause. Let's take a look at then the daily, right? Because that's a couple of years now, so we're looking at a couple of months. And I just want to do 1 year for right now. Let's take a look. Let's go 2 years. Let's see what we got. Just want to see where this is better. Okay, so remember 20 to about 17. That's sort of where resistance is. Let's let's actually draw that there just to remind us. So right around here, we said to there. Okay, so we got this resistance here, and I mean, stock is trading well. The volume is big here. This is a huge move, though. Huge move. We're going from here. Just get this to be different color here. We're going from here to here to here, and then straight up to here. So this is a nice move. Is it finished? Time will tell. Not really sure. It's obviously a bullish move here. We have this long sort of bowl structure. I might say that this latest move went up a little bit faster than probably anticipated, although it's about the same angle as this. Um, I would say that it's still bullish. It's above the 50. You could see today it tested the 50 and the 50 held. So that's a bullish sign. People are concerned here with the revenue growth and the fact that they actually are buying back stock. Usually when a stock is trading like Palantir trading 25 times sales, Wall Street and investors, they want to see the company reinvesting those, their profits, their cash flow back into the company to grow those sales, get a better sales team, get a bigger sales team, just keep selling the product so that the company can grow into this huge multiple. The fact that they're taking their cash, they're buying back their stock at a lofty price. It goes against the whole thought that they're supposed to be growing revenues at 30%. So go out there and grow revenues at 30%. That's why we're giving you this multiple, and we're okay with it, but we just want you to grow the revenues at 30%. So something has changed a little bit here. And I think people are a little bit confused. That said, the stock is on a great path here. The one thing I would say is that I'm going to draw it up here. You got the 50-day doing this, and you got the 200-day doing that. Usually before making another run, it could, I suspect that these two will somehow converge, and that does take a little bit of time because the 200 is, still, it's this distance between the 50 and the 200 is pretty wide, and I suspect that it will take a little bit of digestion period. There might be a case here where the stock is good at these levels. Maybe it comes back here. You might see a dance down to the 12, 11 where this person is looking for. Remember, he's looking at this. That's what his target is. So I suspect that this 50-day and the 200-day are going to have to do this, where they'll close a little bit. They don't have to meet, but they'll have to come together. And that means, by definition, that's going to mean that some of the momentum might be taken out of this over the next few months, and the stock could be flat to down. So that's my prognosis. I just thought it was interesting to see that November put buyer come in. It looks like he's actually covering a short tied to stock there, that there's a spread without any other option that I see. But there's a good chance that he is covering his stock and taking those profits, probably $1.50, $2, and putting those profits into these puts. That's what I got for now. I hope you like it. Make sure you smash the like button, comment, ask questions, and let me know what you think. Be good.